I'm filming to you from the animal channel. This is the strangest video that I'm going to do here. This is about the cooking video. I mean, not really cooking, but it's just preparing dinner. So this is Saturday evening. We are preparing our dinner with bread. We have a toaster over there for the bread. We are going to be making like the best vegan dinner that we're going to eat. This dinner, since I've been talking about saving the animals, I wanted to talk to you about, like, because I also have been talking a lot about eating foods that are vegan, which can help save the animals and keep you healthy. So I decided to start out with this section, if I can make a section. I started to start out with this kind of, thing that we will be making videos about cooking. So this is what we are eating. We're gonna eat a good variety of fruits. So fruits are very important in your life. So we are having pineapple. This pineapple I think we bought from Costco. And then the blueberries I think was from Stop and Shop, and the raspberries from Trader Joe's. So you see, we are trying to get everything on fruits. We try to be vegan as much as we can. Of course, we do eat some eggs once in a while, but we are giving it up. We are putting it on the garbage side. And this is a very nice fruit bowl, but it needs to be warmed up first. It is about 5 o'clock, but we're eating dinner about 7 o'clock. So we just want to be early because early birds catch the worm. So that's why we are. So here we have like this is the bag of blueberries. Of course, you know this logo is from Stop and Shop. These are the blueberries that we eat, that we just showed you like a few seconds ago in the video. Dinner, we're gonna also eat baked potatoes, but we like to take the potatoes. What we do now is we put the potatoes inside that pot. You see the pot with the fire on over there? That one is the pot that we're gonna use to boil the potato, but we won't. It's not. We boil first, then we'll put it inside the oven because that's the way how we like to do it. But you can skip the boiling part. That's just for hours. I hope I will add the recipe in the description below, but we'll add something. We just boil like not too long. Like we don't boil too long. We boil for about 5 minutes. Then we'll take it out, and then we'll put it on the counter. Of course, with a glass plate. Then we will put whatever we want to put in it, like garlic powder or like some dried herbs or something like that. And then we'll put it in the oven and bake. We're just like cutting the sweet potato because we also want to have some sweet potato. This is the orange one. We'll cut into cubes and then I'll show you. The super hard sweet potato. This is super hard to cut. See, and then we'll just chop them into like squares. So you see, we chop them into very small pieces. It doesn't have to be too fine squares because in their stomach it still won't remain squares. So what we're doing is just chopping them into like squares, as I said. Just chopping and chopping. And you know where it will end up. Like, whoa, that pot? I didn't know it was gonna end up in that pot. I thought it will be in that pot. So you know what, guys? Earlier I just made a huge, terrible mistake. Actually, what I was trying to say is, you see that pot over there? That one, the one that I'm pointing to now? That one actually has the potatoes in it. The one that we are cutting to cubes are the one that we're gonna bake. I did not have the plans earlier. So if you heard that earlier, that's the mistake. So I hope you are not already cooking it. If not, oh man, you're gonna get confused now. But what I'm trying to say correctly is that pot is for boiling the ones that we're gonna bake. These guys over here, we're gonna boil them inside that pot that I pointed before, after I made a mistake. I mean, not before I said that I made a mistake, but the pot that I pointed, let me show you that one. Like a steeple like that, this thing on top. That's the one we're gonna boil the sweet potatoes. we will have baked and boiled. So just trying to be safe. Right now is we just greasing the plate with oil because I don't want to use those cooking spray. We're gonna do, after we grease it, not really greasing, but making sure it doesn't stick. We put some salt inside. Wow, that's a good amount of salt. I love salt. And then now we're just waiting for the garlic powder. The garlic powder. Wow, when it sticks to the salt, it goes like really salty. You can eat a lot of it. So this is the this is the garlic powder from Trader Joe's. Oh, I can smell the good smell. Now, Mr. Potatoes are coming out. Just joking. Of course, you need a fork to scoop those guys up. We'll just only boil them for 5 minutes because now 5 minutes it's up as we're waiting. All right, Mr. Potato is here. We are scooping out those potatoes. It's gonna be mixed up, so it's a bit colorful. It's gonna be like a bit. I'm not sure. Is it the Idaho potatoes or the yellow potatoes? You can get both at. We bought the white ones. I think that was from Costco or from Trader Joe. Anyway, where? Trader Joe's. Okay. How about the orange one? We bought that one from HeyHo. So what? Okay, we just say HeyHo. We think it is. So now here is it. Now we put it inside. It will be tasting really good after it enters the oven. In the oven, we mix it up so it's even. Okay, finish this thing. We're gonna add a bit more things. You know what's that? A bit more garlic powder. Oh, put it on the hands and do what? Okay. Just put it on your hand. Sprinkle a little bit of garlic powder on your hand, and then you just rub it on top of the food. Now what we're gonna put is, what's that? What's that? Let's see. Thyme. We're gonna put some thyme on top. Oh, I love the thyme. That's the herb that we like to excuse me. That's the herb that we like to put on top of our food. We eat a lot of thyme. See, if you're putting more, that's not enough, of course. So you just put it on your hand and then just sprinkle it on top there. Of course, we put a lot of herbs because herbs are good for you. I don't eat eggs for breakfast. I don't eat eggs for dinner. What I eat for Saturday dinner, I like to eat something like bread and fruits, and because bread, fruit, and all those things are very healthy for you. They're really, really good for you. So now, what we're gonna do? Our next step is, but we forgot to preheat it. So it's inside now. What you see is the things inside there. Why we're gonna do it? Oh, I can see there's a big bunch of smoke inside. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bake it for a while. It's about how long? 30 minutes, is it? Yeah, about we bake it for 30 minutes. We don't want it to be burnt. We prefer like something like crispy but not burned. So sometimes we get the burnt ones, but we just peel that off. We just forgot to preheat the oven. That's my mistake. Clock is ticking at 5:30. Wow, just now I came to show you it was at 5 o'clock. How fast time has went to. It's 5:30. We're going to go through our steps next. In the evening, and we're going to show you the toasting of the bread coming up in just 5 seconds. Bread we eat, it's not just like any other regular kind of bread. It's called the Ezekiel bread. You can find it in Trader Joe, Whole Foods. But if you want a cheaper one, Trader Joe's always close to your answer. So you can hear a lot of cling, 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 cling. It's just because of our pot, and then I think we have the boiled potato ready. The boiled sweet potato. This is how it's gonna look like when it's already boiled. That's just the back of the pot, but so the sweet potato looks like this once it's boiled. The orange sweet potato. There are many different colors of sweet potatoes. There are yellow, orange, and purple. I prefer the yellow. Take a visit for the baked potato. The baked potato looks really good right now. I wonder how it will taste like when it's done. For sure, it will be salty. So what's inside there? You were asking me? So inside there, what we are putting inside that we are warming up the fruits, the frozen fruits. Okay, so that is the inside of the plastic. Favorite bread. Now we're gonna toast the bread, so we just press down the toaster. Of course, you know how to toast. And then, you know, this bread is very frozen, so we just put it inside the toaster, and then we just let it toast. You know, this toaster has no timings, of course. It will just pop up when it's ready. Then we will do the 2-time toast. But at the 2-time toast, you see this middle button that says cancel? You will press that one in less than in about 1 minute. Thanks. Not thanks, but thanks for this toaster. Okay, so now what are you seeing here? The bread has popped out finally. This is faster than I've expected, so this is time when the bread will pop out. You just let it sit there for about 2 minutes. That's the tip if you want real crunchy bread. And then you second toast it to make sure it's crunchy. We like crunchy things. Also, we are having some lentil bean soup. That's why we are adding some salt and garlic powder. We use garlic powder and salt in everything we eat. Now, inside that toaster, you see that? The toasted bread. Adding more herbs to the beans. Beans are very healthy for you. This herb is called basil. I love basil, especially the fresh ones. Ooh, I love the strong taste. Sometimes it's a bit soft, so you have to toast 3 times. But the 3rd time, be very careful. Bread popped out. As you could see just now, the toaster was working real fast. So the bread is finally out of the toaster. I mean, not out yet, but popped out. That's what I like to call it. So now we do a second hit. So the second hit, it won't be too long, and we will have to press the button cancel. Uh-oh, got the wrong one. We just got the wrong one sometimes. That was a little scary, but everyone makes mistakes. We all do. Anyway, that was the funny one, rather. Bread popped out. Okay, so, okay, we're back to normal. Just now, I wanted to say something. Just now, we pressed the bagel one. Sometimes if you do that, that's just an accident. People just make an accident sometimes. So now, well, the bread is really looking good. So this is the not toasted one, and that's the toasted one. It's the best. So now we just take it out. And then we put the other one in. What we're gonna do with this bread is just gonna do a second toast. Second toast shall be the fastest. So we'll see you at the fruit table. Here we are with the potato that are finished baking. Wow, this looks good. Especially the potatoes that are baked. It's really hot. That's why we put those cloves at the bottom. Wow, I can feel the heat. Our favorite spread for bread is Trader Joe's raw almond butter, creamy, and it is no salt. So you see that one? We really love this brand of almond butter. Even though it has no salt, it's really tasty. Wow, that's really good. I like to eat something tasty. So this is the almond butter brands that we like a lot. my favorite almond butter brand. And I'm gonna show you the ingredients. This thing is really plain. It has total fat, it's 16 grams, and looks like that's the most of it inside. And the only ingredient that inside is raw almond butter. Whew, I like this. Alright, getting dinner ready? And let's check what's that. Ooh, lentil soup. That's one of my favorite soup. The bread, when you dip in it, ooh, that's the best. Let me give you some yum tips that you can do for your bread. On the Ezekiel bread, you can put what you want on top. For our family, we use almond butter, which is the first layer. Then we also put avocados on top. Then that will make the best. Or if you don't want to use any of those, you will like to dip it in some lentil soup because that's one of the best recipes you can ever find. Ezekiel bread with lentil soup. Ooh. Stuff in the toaster. This is good looking and also good smelling. Look, this is what I mean by dipping in the lentil soup. Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining us with this cooking video. Sorry, I'm eating something. with this cooking video. If you like it, smash the like button. To watch more next time, hit the subscribe and bell notification button.